Hi, my name is Tay, and today's video is going to be a book haul. Now, these books I purchased over the span of a couple of months, which led to a book ban that I kind of broke. Yep. And so those books are going to be in this haul today. So I have quite a few of them, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to just, go ahead and keep showing y'all what I got. This book I got is Listen to Your Dreams by Chicken Soup for the Soul. Now, I've read multiple books by them throughout, so when I saw this one, I just picked it up. If you're not familiar with Chicken Soup for the Soul, it basically has like different stories written by like people just telling them what they've been through. They have different ones, something about stories for cats, for dogs, just for laughter. The ones I read is the one that they have geared toward teens, and also one called Find Your Inner Strength. So the next book I have here is called Deja Dead. This is based on, if you guys watch the show Bones, Dr. Brennan, this is what this is about. So I love the show Bones. That's why I picked this up. I haven't read a book by them, so I'm trying to see what that's about. The next two books I actually purchased for a class, Alice Grace. Now, initially, I watched the TV series on Netflix, and I didn't know. I watched it a couple months ago, and so when I started reading the book, I'm like, this sounds familiar. Like, this storyline, like, I'm familiar with this. Like, where? And it's kind of mimics the TV series exactly. If you watch the TV series, you've read the book. It's hard for me to get through. I don't know because I was forced to read it because of class or whatnot. I have no idea. It was just hard for me to read, but I really enjoyed the TV series, and it wasn't a bad read. So. This book right here is the reason why I didn't like the class. I didn't finish it. The book right here is called Infomocracy. Now, I don't know, I just could not get into it. It's like it's about a dystopian world dealing with politics. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of politics. Like, I don't really like getting into it. So it just was very hard for me to get through. And I think I only made it 30 pages in, and I just put it out. It's not for me. I told you I was a lot of books. I went along. The next few books here are books I didn't purchase. Either gifted to me, or I found them in my mom's basement and took them with me. Like, I just want to read this book too, so now they're mine. So the book I have here is called This Savage Song by Schwab. Now, if you've watched my other haul, you know I went ahead and purchased the second book instead of the first book in the series. And so my grandmother, shout out to her, she watched it and she had bought me this book for Christmas. And I was really excited because it's going to be like the first series that I'm actually going to read. I always read like standalones or end up reading second or third book. So this will be the first series that I ever read, and I'm really looking forward to it. Next book I have here, I've read already. It's called Somebody Pick Up My Pieces by J.D. Manson. This book is kind of like, how would I describe this? I would say reality TV in a book. If you're into reality TV, you might really like this book. I haven't read the next book yet. It's called White Lines by Tracy Brown. Book 2. And it's called Sunny. Now, I don't really know what it's about. I believe it's substance abuse, and the hint like white lines. The next two books are the books I stole out of my mom's basement. The first book is called Widow's Walk and Tracking Bear. I don't know if I'm talking too quickly. I just know that I have a lot of books. Like, I don't mind long book hauls, but I'm not a person who cares what the book is about. I'll read whatever it is. If it's a book, I'm gonna read it. Like this, and actually the next book that I have here called The Dark World. I actually just finished this the other day. I had no clue what it was about. I just picked it up, but this has to deal with the crew member from Ghost Adventures, different stories encountering the paranormal. I actually was surprised. I really liked this book. It was kind of funny because I was reading this at night, and for some odd reason, I wasn't getting scared, but weird noise happening at once, reading a ghost story. I was just sitting here like, I'm getting a little anxious. Like, I need to go sit out there or something because I just can't with this book right now. But it was really good. The next two books I have here, I picked them up because they were on sale at Myers. You know, I have a bad habit of going to get groceries and then finding myself in the book aisle. And then whenever I see what books are on sale, it's like, hey, it's $5. In my head, I'm like, okay, that's just like a $5 extra worth of groceries. Even though I know I'm not supposed to be here for books, I'm supposed to be getting bread or something. But hey, I picked up Shadow of Self by Brandon Sanderson, and The Last Romantics by Tara Conklin. Now, I really like this cover. Like, this book cover is really pretty to me. It's like the color is very simple but beautiful. Yeah, I like the way it looks without a sleeve. It's like very old themed. It's like, I feel like all old books look like. The next 3 books are just more so like, not necessarily self-help books, but books that are informative about like different things to help the body. The first book we have here is just called Chakra Healing. If you don't know about the chakras, go ahead and get this. I would consider myself a beginner when it comes to dealing with the chakras, even though like I've been trying to study and learn as much as I can for like the last couple of years. I'm still in the beginning stages. I'm a little irritated. I bought this book from like a black owned bookstore near my grandmother's house, and I paid full price for this book, and we gonna support the people, okay? But if I can get this book on Amazon for, I think it was $7, I had to pay $15. Now that's a whole extra $7, and to me, I ain't like that. That was the only thing that was wrong, like with the bookstore that I went to. I ended up picking up like 7. I was in a like a treat yourself mood, and when I was in there, I got excited because they had a great selection. Don't get me wrong, and it was a lot of books that I've wanted for it. It was like each book was like at the full price, and most of the books that I had got were paperback. And for paperback books, like I understand like hardcovers. Everybody know those are expensive books, the hardcovers. But to pay like full price for paperbacks, I was just like, you know, I probably should have checked what the price was before I bought it, but I didn't do that. And I was already at the cash register, and I was just like, you know what, I graduated, go ahead, just treat yourself. The next book I picked up was because I don't know her name, but her YouTube channel is called The Fine Guru, and she talks about herbs that she uses and stuff like that. And she recommended the Alkaline Herbal Medicine book. I just finished this book last night. You see, I got tab marks about the little herbs I need to check out to help myself. Yeah, I would really go pick this up. I like it. I'm just now have to find different places where you can go to pick it up, the herbs. This next book I have here is also kind of like with that, The Green Witch. But this one has also to do with like essential oils, herbs. They also have like different remedies. I think it talks about crystals in here as well. This book, every time I see it, it pisses me off because I had the book sat out on the floor because I was gonna like bring them over here in this area to film, and they were on the floor for a couple of days, don't get me wrong. My cat decided to like chew the book, like if you can't see, and it's a brand new book, and he just chewed it. And he also spilled water on it. I was taking notes, but he spilled water on it. I was just like, so irritated by that. It's just the astrology dictionary I got from Five Below. It's the book, so it's included. Hey, it's a theme because I picked this book up from the dollar store called Forever in Love. This is the 3rd book in the series, but I'm not going to pick up the other books. I'm just going to read, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say not. Because if I read this and I really like it, then we'll go get the other 2. I don't know if it'd be weird to read the story backwards, but it was $1, so I bought it. The next 3 books are just the month books from, I'm going to say October, November, and January. So we'll get, so my October pick was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. My November pick was Pretty Little Wife. My January pick is The Removed. Now, I picked this book solely because of the cover. It's so vibrant. It's so pretty. I don't know. It just really drew me in. It's very cute. 15 minutes in and I still have about 10 books, bro. I have a few more before the book ban. So I told y'all I bought a lot of books, and I put myself on the book ban in the beginning of the year. In January, I told myself, no more books. And I didn't put a time limit on it, but I was like, no, you can't buy no more books until like August. We're not in August, but I broke it. We'll tell you why though. I feel like it was a good reason, okay? So the next book I have here is called The Last Wife. I already read this. I'm not gonna say too much about it here because I have another video coming for this book. Book I picked up is called Color Me In. I picked this book up because it deals with the biracial woman who she either wants to go live with her dad or live with her mom that was like in black community, but she's considered passing to. And if you don't know what passing is, it's basically just when like a person of the African descent doesn't really look like it and has more European characteristics, and so she has to deal with different identity issues through that. I feel like the book resonated with me because I am multicultural. I'm not saying I'm passing, I'm just saying like I understand like growing up with like two different heritage and just having certain identity issues and who, what, like not what side you need to pick, but like, you know, certain things are different. The next book I picked up here is called Quiet. Now this book is everything introvert. I am an extreme introvert. I would not talk to you if you do not talk to me. I can talk a lot if you do talk to me, but if I just meet you and I don't know you, I'm probably not gonna say a word. So I picked this one up. I feel like that was a great reason. I'm like, I'm an introvert, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. We gonna read it. I had 3 more books that I bought before my book ban. I have The Alchemist. This book up with the books that I bought for my class. I got them from Thrift Books. I think that's what it's called. See, I'm a person who don't like paying for shipping, and on Thrift Books, the books are so cheap that even after buying 2 books, I still wasn't at $15 to receive free shipping. And they had this book, and I really wanted this book. If you see, like, well, I'm into like a whole bunch of different like book pages and book recommendations this where I don't need to be, because you see I only read like a few books out of all the books I purchased. But now we're in the summertime, I have a lot of more time on my hands, so you know I'm gonna fly through these. But if you see like different spiritual recommendation books, this is one of them. I also picked up The Red Tent, and then I picked up this little book from Myers, After Hours Redemption. I've already read this book. It's just like a cute little read. I think it's only like 100 something pages. Flew through it. It was only $4. That's why I got it. But I'll talk about it in the review. Now, those are all the books before my book ban. You see why? And it's like you still got more. So, I was doing so good. Great. And so me and my boyfriend went to the mall to go shopping for, I think, Mother's Day. No, it was our grandma's birthday. The particular mall we went to has an Amazon store. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm addicted to Amazon. I am on Amazon looking at stuff. Amazon is the reason why I have so much stuff I don't need, because it's just so much stuff on there and it just end up in my cart. And then once I reach free shipping, it get bought. And just imagine being able to walk into the store, and I try to like, you know, be slick, but I'm like, yeah, we're looking for his grandma a present. I'm like, okay, let's go in the Amazon store. We might find something in there. We ain't walk out with nothing for his grandma, and I walked out with some books. So, and you know, I didn't just get one. You know, I don't have no self-discipline. They did have a sale going on. It's funny because while I was in the store, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you got like 20% off of like each book or something like that. And then they had a buy 2 get 1 free. So do you know I had to buy the 2 to get that 3rd one? Like, y'all know I had to do it. Like, it wouldn't have been me. It just wouldn't have. So now this book, I didn't know it was on my TBR. I was just, you know, taking screenshots like, okay, I want to read this book in the future. And then I walk in the store and I see this and I'm like, I just need that book. It's called The Body Keeps the Score: Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma. Now, those, how do y'all say that? For y'all to those, for those, fuck it. Whoever don't know, I got a neuroscience degree. I'm all about the mind, the brain, so, and about healing the body. As you can see, I'm all about anything healing. So, about trauma, we had to pick this book up. That's just all I'm trying to say. It just needs to be. And while I was there searching through the books, I'm like, of course we found more. The Psychology. Yeah, The Psychology of Money. I don't know. I just feel like this would be a good read. You know, it's great. Sometimes it's bad, but money is great. These were the 2 books that I really wanted, and this book I just picked up because it was the 3rd one. But of course I could have chose out of 100 selections because they had a lot of books in there. But I picked this book up, 1, because it was the book that I got free. 2, it's like an ongoing thing between me and my mother, because when I was younger, I told her I was a mermaid, and I guess I really thought I was a mermaid. And so, like, she still to this day buys me mermaid notebooks. Sometimes she didn't buy me a mermaid shirt that says "We Believe in Mermaids." So I picked up the book called "When We Believe in Mermaids." Have no idea what it's about, but we're gonna see. And I know I said in the story it was buy two get one free, but this other book, okay, I just really needed it. It's The Medical Medium. Now, I was kind of like, because it was $22, but I really feel like it's gonna help me to study. So it's pretty big, nice hardcover. Oh me. So we're winding down. I'm on to the last 3 books. So I picked this book up called Blessed in the Darkness by Joel Osteen. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I have his, I was gonna say The Power of Now. That is not his book. What is that book called? The Power of I Am. Getting 2 books mixed up. So I read that other book. I really enjoyed it. So y'all see the $5, so I had to get it. The last 2 books aren't really like reading books, but they're still books, so I'm gonna include it. I picked up the ICU book. I was watching a lot of student videos inspired to study for my MCAT, and I'm trying to manifest, you know, getting into med school, so I'll go in and go ahead and bought this book. The Logic. And then also for school, well, further studying, educating myself, I picked up the Pharmacology Review. I already took pharmacology in undergrad. Who, baby? We need more studying, so that's why we got this. Should have brought the book when I was in the class, but I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm not gonna be able to get through medical school like that, but in undergrad, like, I tried to buy the books, but I barely read them, so that's not how I learn. Okay, that's just not how I learn. But yeah, those are all the books. I'm gonna put myself back on the book ban because I don't need no more books. We'll see how long this lasts. If you guys like this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, you know, comment. Let me know if you have the same problem as me, as buying books. I think we all do if you really like them.